What if everything you think you know about reality is just the tip of an iceberg floating in an ocean of deception? Today we're diving into 8 conspiracy theories that sound absolutely insane until you examine the evidence and realize they might actually be true. These aren't your typical internet rabbit holes filled with wild speculation. These are theories backed by declassified documents, whistleblower testimonies, and patterns so disturbing that even skeptics are starting to pay attention. By the end of this video, you'll question everything you thought you understood about the world around you. Let's start with something that sounds like pure science fiction, but has surprising scientific backing. The simulation hypothesis suggests that our entire reality, including you watching this video right now, is nothing more than an elaborate computer program. Before you roll your eyes, consider this. Tech billionaire Elon Musk famously stated that the odds we're living in base reality are billions to 1. Philosopher Nick Bostrom outlined the logical framework showing that advanced civilizations would inevitably run ancestor simulations. The math is actually terrifying when you break it down. Think about how quickly our own technology has advanced. We went from Pong to photorealistic virtual worlds in just 50 years. If technological progress continues exponentially, future civilizations could create simulations indistinguishable from reality. The kicker is that simulated beings within these programs would have no way of knowing they're artificial. Recent quantum physics experiments have revealed that reality behaves strangely at the fundamental level, almost as if there are underlying computational rules. Some physicists now seriously discuss whether we might detect the pixelation of reality at the smallest scales. The Denver airport conspiracy sounds ridiculous until you actually visit this place and see what's hiding in plain sight. This airport features some of the most bizarre and disturbing artwork ever displayed in a public space. Giant murals depict scenes of war, death, and apocalyptic destruction, alongside strange symbols that seem completely out of place for a transportation hub. The most famous piece shows a gas mask wearing soldier with a sword stabbing a dove while children flee in terror. Beneath the airport lies a massive network of tunnels and underground facilities that dwarf what any airport would reasonably need. Construction took much longer and cost billions more than projected, with multiple companies mysteriously pulled from the project halfway through. The airport sits on land that was inexplicably purchased at above market rates from local farmers. Dedication stones reference the New World Airport Commission, an organization that appears to exist nowhere else. The runway layout, when viewed from above, forms a perfect unsavory pattern. Weather modification isn't a conspiracy theory anymore. It's documented science with a dark history. The United States military ran Operation Popeye during the Vietnam War, using cloud seeding technology to extend the monsoon season and flood enemy supply routes. This wasn't theoretical research. It was active weather warfare deployed against human targets. China openly manipulates weather patterns for major events, successfully preventing rain during the Beijing Olympics by shooting silver iodide into clouds approaching the city. Today's chemtrail theory suggests that some aircraft emissions contain chemicals designed to alter weather patterns or affect human behavior. While normal contrails dissipate quickly, these persistent trails spread into artificial cloud cover that can last for hours. Patent records reveal that atmospheric aerosol injection technology exists and has been extensively developed. Government documents discuss stratospheric aerosol injection as a method for solar radiation management. The concerning part isn't that this technology exists, it's that deployment could happen without public knowledge or consent. Independent testing of soil and water samples in areas with heavy aerial activity has detected unusual levels of aluminum and barium compounds. Fluoride in drinking water represents one of the most successful public health initiatives in history, according to official sources, but the full story reveals troubling complexities. This practice began after World War II, when industrial waste from aluminum and fertilizer production needed disposal. Fluoride was conveniently rebranded as a dental health benefit, solving an expensive waste management problem while generating profit. The optimal fluoride dosage was determined through limited studies that many scientists now consider inadequate. Harvard studies have linked fluoride exposure to reduced cognitive function and lower IQ scores in children. Countries like Germany, France, and Sweden have banned water fluoridation after reviewing the scientific evidence. The type of fluoride added to water supplies is often industrial-grade hexafluorosilicic acid, not the pharmaceutical-grade sodium fluoride used in toothpaste. Mass medication through water supplies raises serious ethical questions about informed consent and medical autonomy. Citizens cannot opt out of fluoride consumption without expensive filtration systems or alternative water sources. The military-industrial complex conspiracy suggests that perpetual warfare has become a profitable business model that shapes foreign policy decisions. President Eisenhower, himself a former military general, warned about this exact scenario in his farewell address to the nation. Defense contractors now employ more lobbyists than any other industry, spending hundreds of millions annually to influence policy decisions. The revolving door between Pentagon officials and defense industry executives creates obvious conflicts of interest. Consider the pattern of recent military interventions and their outcomes. Wars that were supposed to last months have stretched into decades, generating trillions in revenue for weapons manufacturers while achieving questionable strategic objectives. Intelligence agencies have repeatedly provided flawed assessments that justified military action, yet the same officials continue making similar recommendations. Stock prices for defense companies reliably spike whenever international tensions escalate. The financial incentives for prolonged conflict are undeniable, creating a system where peace becomes economically disadvantageous for powerful interests. Subliminal messaging in media and advertising operates at frequencies below conscious awareness, but potentially influences behavior and decision-making. Early experiments demonstrated that brief flashes of text or images could affect purchasing decisions without viewers realizing they had seen anything. While overt subliminal advertising was banned in many countries, the techniques have evolved into more sophisticated psychological manipulation. Modern advertising employs neuroscience research to trigger emotional responses and bypass rational thought processes. Social media algorithms are designed to be addictive, using variable reward schedules similar to those found in gambling. Product placement in entertainment has become so seamless that audiences don't recognize they're being marketed to constantly. Political campaigns use focus group data and psychological profiling to craft messages that appeal to specific demographic groups. The line between information and manipulation has become increasingly blurred in our media-saturated environment. The pharmaceutical industry conspiracy centers around the suppression of natural treatments and the artificial creation of chronic patients for profit maximization. Drug companies spend more money on marketing than research and development, suggesting that selling existing products takes priority over discovering new cures. Patents on life-saving medications allow companies to charge excessive prices for treatments that cost pennies to manufacture. Regulatory agencies like the FDA are heavily influenced by pharmaceutical lobbying and often employ former industry executives in key decision-making roles. Studies that show negative results for profitable drugs are sometimes suppressed or buried in bureaucratic processes. Alternative treatments that cannot be patented receive minimal research funding, despite showing promising results in preliminary studies. The opioid crisis revealed how companies can knowingly market addictive substances while downplaying health risks for decades. This pattern of prioritizing profits over patient welfare raises questions about other medications and treatment protocols. Finally, the entertainment industry mind control conspiracy suggests that movies, television, and music are used to gradually shift cultural values and normalize specific behaviors or beliefs. Hollywood has documented connections to intelligence agencies dating back to the Cold War era. Scripts are sometimes reviewed and modified by government agencies before production begins. Certain themes and narratives appear repeatedly across different studios and production companies, suggesting coordinated messaging rather than creative coincidence. Music industry research has explored the psychological effects of specific frequencies and rhythms on human behavior and emotional states. Social media platforms use algorithmic curation to create echo chambers that reinforce existing beliefs while introducing subtle modifications over time. The proliferation of reality television has normalized surveillance culture and public humiliation as entertainment. Young audiences are particularly susceptible to media influence during critical developmental periods. These 8 conspiracy theories share common elements that make them particularly compelling. They involve powerful institutions with clear motives for deception, documented histories of similar activities, and patterns that become apparent when examined systematically. While we cannot definitively prove these theories, dismissing them entirely might be just as dangerous as accepting them blindly. If you found these revelations as mind-bending as we did, make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more content that challenges conventional thinking and explores the hidden aspects of our world.